Welcome to the Aura Reading Podcast, where I do aura readings and you get the guidance and insights. If you've discovered this episode, then the messages it contains are meant for you, whether this reading was done on your aura or not. And if you'd like to get an aura reading featured on my podcast, make sure to register for my waitlist by filling out the form using the link below, or if I am currently open for readings, you will find that below too. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for juicy content and all things aura at Aura Reading Podcast. And today we have another special guest. Her name is Carol, and we will dive into higher self guidance. So the colors that I see here today are orange, yellow, and white. We're going to start with the orange because it's popping up more strongly. When I look at the orange, I see you outside in the garden and you're grabbing some weeds and you're holding it and ripping it out, and then you hold another bunch of it and you rip it out. It just gives me the feeling like you're looking for something. You're looking for almost like a treasure hidden somewhere really close to you. And the sensation that I have is the treasure is your necklace that you have on. So I feel what you're looking for is directly related to that necklace and to the frequency that that necklace has. It's like the necklace is a treasure in itself, and you're looking externally and around you for all of these things, but in reality, they are where you least expect them to be. Okay. So that tells me that right now you're in a moment where it would be helpful to focus more on what is it that you already have? What are the skills that you already have? What are the dreams that you have? What are the things that you achieved? What are the things that you own? I feel you need to focus on what has happened already rather than looking for something external. There will come a time where you will get the heads up from the energy on, okay, it's speeding up, it's time to move forward and figure out what all these things are. But I don't feel that's the moment just yet. I feel right now it's a bit of an inner assessment. It's not even a contemplation. It's not even such a super deep dive, but it's more like taking stock, making an inventory of what you already have, what you already own, because I feel some of the things that you already have and you've conquered in life, you're looking at them as, yeah, I love it. It's there. It's beautiful. But I feel you need to take a deeper look into them. It's almost as if this necklace that you have is not just a necklace with a stone. It's a necklace that was given by somebody who holds a special meaning or something along those lines. But I feel this is happening for so many other things in your life. You need to look into the deeper meaning that they hold, and you're going to see that you already have the treasure that you are looking for. Okay. So it's just a matter of focus. Basically, you're looking for something that you already have, and that inventory will show you that more clearly. Okay. All right, let's continue to move here through the colors. I see you keep walking, but you keep looking back. You keep walking, but you keep looking back. It's almost as if you're looking back to get a sense of direction, of inspiration. It's like you're looking and saying, what did I do in the past that got me there? Oh, okay, let me take a few more steps. How was this done again? Let me just look into my memory. Oh, it was this. Okay, so let's take another few more steps. And the sensation that I have is that there's nothing wrong with this. Okay, everybody has their own different process of doing things, but one way in which you can optimize this is before starting to walk, make a list of the things that you feel you're going to need. Would they be practical tools? Would that be knowledge? What can you anticipate that you're going to need in your journey, in your next week, in your next 2 weeks, in your next month? And build that up before you start walking. Okay. Because this is just slowing you down a little bit. You have to continuously check in and look back into your experiences and rethink what you could possibly have that would help you with that. And so if you already have like all this material, all this knowledge gathered, it will just be very easy for you to access it. Oh, it's already here. You pick it up and here you go. And you continue to move without having to slow down sometimes. Okay. So basically, like the overall energy that's showing up here to me right now is saying, all that you need is already here, which we know to be true, but there are certain moments in our lives that we need to connect deeper to that. And that is happening right here, right now. And I feel that's preparing you for a next stage that's going to be, I hear the word incredible, because I feel it being, having a lot of movement, might be traveling or having a lot more social activities and be more engaged in life, more immersed in it, rather than you've been for the past couple of years, because obviously pandemic and all that. But it just feels very active, very connecting. And there's usually a stage of, we work really deep in ourselves, and then we kind of get the reward by going externally and living it. And this is what it feels like. But I feel all the things that you're going to uncover now for this moment in time where you got to sort through and understand your accomplishments and all that. It's a sense of who you were and who you are. Okay. I know you can see some differences between who you were and who you are, but they run deeper than that. They run deeper than that. And it's in the subtle essence of things. It's the essence of it. For example, this is not something I'm seeing particularly in your reading. This is just an example out of the top of my head, but maybe you were very driven by your will, and right now you're very driven by your heart, your loving feelings. Okay. There's an essence to it that has shifted, and that makes a whole difference on how you approach life, on how you approach decision making and action and all of that. And the more clarity you gain around this, the more you're going to understand that it's not just an action that you take that's different. It's your whole being that has shifted and has shifted to a completely different frequency. And I'm like looking at your journey throughout life, and what I see is when you were younger, this was the way that you truly wanted to be. It's how you are right now. It's like you as a child, you were imagining yourself being a certain way, and then life got in the way and you've worked through it. And right now you are exactly as your inner child wanted you to be. That's such a blessing. So it's like a hard work paying off, but at the same time, there's this emotional charge associated with it, right? Because your inner child really wanted it, but then things got complicated and they got messy, and there's life in the middle, and it didn't happen. And for a while it hurted that it didn't happen. Okay. And now you've managed to find your way back into this beautiful inner essence that you have, but you still haven't fully released the emotional charge of the pain of all those years that it wasn't there. So I feel you need to do a little bit of healing around this. And healing can be as simple as just sitting down, putting your hands in your heart and feeling all that pain and telling yourself it's okay and it's going to be okay and that you'll always be there. There's something to it. It's almost as if you got to celebrate it too. Yeah, I feel like I actually see a party, so dinner out with friends or something like that. But I do feel kind of a celebration around it. It's almost like life is saying, that treasure that you're looking for, you already have it. So why aren't you celebrating that to its full extent? And there's another issue here, which is your essence has shifted. You have shifted, but between being a child and getting to where you are, there were so many years in your life where you went through learning and experiencing, and you took your own conclusions out of those experiences, and you gained knowledge, but you also accumulated so many different beliefs. And some of those beliefs made you operate in a certain way on autopilot. And right now you're coming to terms with, oh, I'm so different. My essence is different. But there's still a bit of those beliefs. There's still a bit of that past experience that happened right there in the middle that is influencing you. And that is the part you need to focus on now to shift and transform so that you can fully embrace this inner essence that you have, that your inner child wanted so much. But it's not as big as you think. It's not so deep. It's almost like you've done most of the hard work and you just got to tie up some loose ends that are there. Okay. So some of these beliefs, let's just see what they are. I hear some of them are around how parenting should be. It's not even, okay, you don't even have to reach a conclusion, but it's more of the questioning, like, oh, I believed parenting should be in this way. Do I still believe it? Maybe I'm more flexible. Maybe I don't have a defined answer, and that's okay. Figure it out in time. It's releasing those beliefs. You don't have to recreate a new belief around the aspect and live by it. You can just let life bring it to you or show it to you if necessary. And if not, that's okay too. Maybe you just don't need some of these beliefs anymore. There are certain things around, I feel these ones you have shifted, how to engage in a form of higher communication, like how to improve your communication. I feel you've worked through this. I feel something around masculine energy. So I feel that around masculine energy, there have been some patterns in masculine energies in your life that you do not fully approve or resonate with, that you have worked through, but I feel you still need to work through some of the beliefs around this, on how masculine energy behaves or how men behave. Once again, you don't need to replace a belief. You just need to leave it open. It was like this, but is it possible that it can be different? Yes. How different? I don't know. Let it be. It's just possible that it can be different. Okay. And doing this work, you're basically opening out this field of possibility in your life, because you're not telling energy exactly what it is. You're just opening all the doors. And then in time, you will start building up some of these beliefs again, and it will help you redirect. Right now, you're meant to be in this space that's completely open and filled with potential, with nothing set in stone. Nothing is completely decided. And I feel you're meant to live in this open field of possibility for quite some time. Now, the tendency here is to try and figure out, oh my God, but what is my direction? Where do I have to go? What do I need to do? You just got to enjoy yourself. That's the reward for the hard work. I feel there's nothing specific to be done. There's nothing too intense to work on. It's almost as if you've transformed so much and you're just at those final stages, and you've opened up so many limitations that you had. Now they're gone and you're in this open field, and you just got to enjoy it a little, experiment a bit here and there to figure out again, what is it that you resonate more with? What is it, the belief that you're replacing? But this will happen in time as you're just going through it and enjoying life. Then as you start to understand what these things are, okay, maybe I like this experience more than that one. So I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to go with that one more often. Then you start to gain more clarity little by little on what it is that you need to do next, or what it is that you need to work on next. Okay, but for now, it's mostly the emotional charge around the inner child pain and these limiting beliefs that are out there still hanging about for a bit. All of this together, it's going to place you in a state of surrender and acceptance. If you have nothing to do, if there's no right path to take, if everything is wide open, then what are you going to do? You're going to surrender to whatever life is bringing you. You don't have to decide it. You don't have to choose. You just surrender to what is being brought to you, and you decide which ones you want to engage in, ones that make sense to you. In this process of deciding which ones resonate with me, which ones am I going to engage in, you're going to still build some more knowledge around your essence that has transformed. You get a deeper understanding still of who you are and what you like. But the whole thing, the whole process basically tells me you are not redefining your identity. That has happened already. You're just gaining an awareness of how much. in this new form of being, in this new identity that you are right now, it's almost as if I see your higher power go, oh, now I can do anything. Now I can be completely different. Now I can make so many different choices. There's just so excitement around this. But I feel to some extent you are looking a little bit for permission around this, because there might be this underlying feeling of, if I take completely different decisions and actions, then will the people who are in my life still be in my life or walk away? It's a healthy fear. Just keep that focus on it is about you. But I got to be honest with you. I feel your friends and family, they're going to benefit a lot from this new you. When you do this part of the work of the beliefs and you release the emotional charge, it's like you become so light and free that you're just so much more fun, motivated, and that's an energy that is sensed by those around you, and they pick up on it. And when they're around you, they're more energized and motivated and happy all at once. So you become just so magnetic that there's really no worry around, are they going to stay or are they going to go? Because I feel they're going to stay and they want more of you, because you are in such a positive state of being and state of mind that's actually not an issue. They might find it a little strange, because I get the sensation that this shift in happiness is going to happen quite fast. It's almost like I see them looking at you. What happened? Why are you suddenly so different and happy? And more out of curiosity, like, what did you do? Because I want to do it too, you know? And in that sense, I feel you got a little bit of a coaching to do with those who come and ask for that, because those people are seeking the same transformation you have been through, and any little bit of guidance that you can get them on that, even if it's just like a general framework of, oh, I wanted to become more like myself, so I searched for that and I gave myself permission for it. I feel that that can be really helpful to them, because in a way I feel you've done the whole process first, so that now you can show it to those around you. And that's another reason for them to stay, because they need that lesson, they need that experience, and they're going to want your energy around. Any questions they have, they're going to come to you. And then I hear you say the same thing to one person, to another person, and to another person, and at some point it clicks in the idea, maybe I should just get everybody on a call and teach them how. So I feel there's a part of you that's through this process. I don't feel it's right now or next month, but I feel through the process, there's going to be a part of you that awakens to the possibility of, I have so much more to teach. There's so much more of me that I could share with the world. And that can trigger internally the desire of getting your message or your knowledge or your experience out there in some way, even if that is just through your close circle of friends and family. But it's almost as if there's this feeling of, I should teach this somehow. Okay. And that can come in any form of gathering, teaching, book, anything you feel like the way that you want to put this out there can be different. But the important thing is that over time you build it up and you make it happen. It's like you have an important story, an important lesson, an important message to share with the world. And I feel ultimately this is where the story is leading you to, the higher self wants you to get to, is this part. I literally see you writing a book. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a book, but this is what I see here. And it feels like this whole process that you went through your life, where you wanted something, life didn't give it exactly to you as you wanted, but you made your way through and you make it happen. I feel it was around a particular aspect. You wanted to be all about love, and then life got in a way and it made it all about decisions and rushed action, and it got you disconnected from you, and then you found your way back. This is a problem many of us out here in life face. We're all programmed for this, to get disconnected with how we feel and how we want to be, and just do. And then we find ourselves sad and unhappy, and we don't know how to get out of that there. But I feel you hold a lot of answers, and the world needs that. At some point down in the future, I feel your higher self is going to be asking you to put this information out there. But it's going to come through a desire. It's not something that's going to be imposed on you, right? So it's like, oh, I'm starting to feel like I should, or oh my God, it's growing on me. How am I going to do this? Like, you still need to go through all of this process here first before you get there. And then I just see you spreading your wings. Ultimately, this is all about give yourself permission to let go and be free. You know how children are very unself-aware? They're not thinking, are people approving what I'm doing or not? Am I laughing too loud? Like, they don't care about any of this. And I feel this is where you need to get yourself to right now. Children are naive, but there's a beauty in that, right? And it's that essence that it's starting to come up and that's going to grow on you even more. That's a beautiful thing. And I feel in today's society, we are taught that being naive is a bad thing. But when you have love as an essence behind it, it's such a beautiful thing because you have everybody's highest good at heart. I feel the world needs you to show that because you've made it there. We're all trying, and you've made it there. And you're showing it already. And so embodying that and showing it first to those around you and then to the rest of the world is such a gift. And I feel this is part of your life purpose here. All the things, the hard stuff that you went through and that you overcame, it just led you here to this moment. I know this feels such a cliche, but what I see is like coming full circle, like how all those experiences build you up for this part of the mission. Okay. And this can help you look back into all of those experiences that were difficult, that you had to struggle through, and that were emotionally difficult. It can make you look at them from a different angle. It can make you look at them through the eyes of gratitude. Thank you for bringing me all this knowledge and information right now so that I can help those that I love and those around me. And that's so beautiful. Such a beautiful message here. I'm seeing you play with a child. Do you have grandchildren? I'm seeing you outside playing with him. I feel he is helping you bring that essence back. Like you were saying, you're spending time with him, you're more in tune with his energy and that awareness of how children are. But I feel that on the background, energetically, he is not pushing you, but inspiring you. It's almost like he is the trigger to put you on this path, but he's doing it from a loving, soft energy. I feel he's very kind as well. C is the image from the beginning. Remember I said you were pulling out weed and the gift was the necklace that you already had, the treasure. And I see you playing with him outside as well on the grass. So it gives me the feeling he is bringing you that awareness that you already have all of these gifts and all of these treasures and nothing is actually outside of you. But it does tell me he has some amazing gifts to him that in time can really be amazing and outstanding to the world. I wouldn't be surprised if he were to dive into psychology, spirituality, things like that. It's like you're playing and he is teaching you. It's like he's saying, oh, do you know why the grass is green? Because it has something that makes it green. So he kind of tries to teach you things and offers his perspective to you. And his perspective, it is based in that love and that compassion and innocence. He is going to show you, by saying these things, he's going to show you how your beliefs need to be released and opened up, right? Because when he says, oh, do you know why this is like that? And he says something different than what you believe, then that's the thing you need to release. So in a way, he's guiding you in that process too. I literally see him holding your hand and walking with you. So he is guiding you. So pay attention to the things that he is saying. Do you know this? Do you know that? The beliefs that you have around that specific topic are the ones you need to release and leave it blank and open. There will be more of those beliefs that you will uncover yourself, but I feel he is doing this part of the work together with you. And then I just see you jump and open your arms and legs and say transformation, and there's confetti dropping. So your higher self is very fun today in the images that he's showing. I do feel that you need to bring this element of party and fun into your life. Okay, so whether that's planning a dinner for your family at home and putting on some nice music and everybody dancing, but bring in this fun element into your life as much as you can. Celebrate this moment in time because I feel it's a very blessed moment in time. It's one of those synchronicities that you almost see, oh, I'm in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. And this is beautiful. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. Thank you. I loved your reading. There's such beautiful messages in there, and I wish you all the best. And if you're listening to this episode up until now, don't forget to check out the links that I will drop below in case you want to have a private reading or be featured on this podcast. And I will see you on the next episode.